You need to start learning how to grow your own food. And if you don't know where to start, you should probably watch this video. Gardening is kind of like math. Everybody thinks they're bad at it. You always hear, oh, I'm just not a math person. Oh, I just don't have a green thumb. Wrong. I'm gonna give you 3 tips that are gonna leave you with your own garden and a lot of success. Knowing how to grow your own food is not just a hobby. It's going to become a necessity and something you should definitely start learning how to do, because the only way you're going to know how to do it is if you do it. It doesn't have to be hard though, or complicated, or time consuming. I used to be notorious for killing every plant I owned, every single thing, even a cactus. So when I started gardening, I followed these 3 things to make sure that I would have success every time. The first thing is to just start. You see all these things about what grows well in a pot, in a grow bag, in a garden bed, in the ground. Just plant the seeds, buy the transplants, just do it. Not worrying too much about the research, you can do that along the way. You're going to have to do it along the way anyways. There's plenty of seeds you can buy at the grocery store. You don't even need to get an actual seed packet. There's plenty of things you can buy in the produce section of the grocery store that you can just plant in the ground. Right here I have a bunch of ginger and turmeric. You literally put it in the dirt and eventually it sprouts and then it grows and then you can harvest it. Yeah, you're going to mess up, but that's kind of the idea. The only way you'll know if something will grow is if you grow it. The first time I tried growing turmeric, it didn't sprout, and the first time I grew ginger, it grew for a little bit and then it rotted. But the whole idea is that you have to just start, and if you worry too much about killing a plant or not doing it right, you're never gonna start, and that's what they want. Now that you got started, you wanna work with what's working. We're not talking about how you perfect your craft, we're talking about how you get started. If something isn't doing well in the garden, or it's too hard, or the bugs love it, or whatever, stop growing it. Sometimes the whole reason your plants are failing are because they don't wanna be grown where you're growing them. You don't wanna fight nature, you don't want to put a bunch of effort into a plant and then it dies anyway. Literally mix up all the seeds in a bag and throw them on the floor. The ones that wanna come up will. If something's working for you, grow more of it. If something's not working, don't grow it anymore. Just grow something else. Grow the things that work. Right here I have a bunch of sweet potato. You know what I'd prefer? White potato, but it doesn't do as well, and it takes a lot more time, and there's a shorter growing season. And accepting that is why I have a successful sweet potato harvest. And it worked last year perfectly fine when I just bought a sweet potato from the store and I let it sprout, and then I get the sprouts and I let them root, and then I put them in here and they grow. This year I waited too long, so I couldn't do that. So what I did instead is I just bought the little 6-cell sweet potato from Home Depot. So when you first start gardening, don't worry about getting everything right. Worry about getting plants under your belt. I killed every single plant that I first started. Every single seed I planted died, all of them. But after a while, you start to learn why. And then the ones that don't die, you start to learn why. And you just get better over time. Okay, it started raining, but tip number 3 is to keep track of everything that you do. I know it seems boring, like a nuisance part of the hobby, and you know what? You will get away with not doing it, because I did for the first year. The most success that I've gotten from my garden and the most food that I've brought inside to the kitchen has been from keeping track of something I messed up last year and doing it better this year. The only reason that I know the last week of July is the best time for me to start my tomato seeds is because every year I did it and I messed up and I saw what worked and I saw what didn't. And even though I said this is not about how you perfect your craft, you want to perfect your craft along the way, okay? And if you plan to just grow the same things every year, the best thing you can do is keep track of it, because then you can learn and get better every time, and every year your harvest will be bigger. So if you don't know where to start, the answer is anywhere. Start anywhere with anything. As soon as you get a plant growing and it thrives or it dies, that is you learning. And being open to learning and failing is exactly what will bring you an abundant harvest. Okay, so those are my 3 tips. It's raining. So those are my 3 tips. You want to get started no matter how it is, no matter where it is. You want to work with what's working for you. Don't waste time on plants that want to die anyway. Just keep track of what you're doing. It's the best way to learn. Nothing anybody can tell you on YouTube or on any website is going to be more valuable than you learning for yourself.